Hi everyone, I'm Jewel, and this is J7409 weather. Today, of course, being Thursday, the 15th of August, 2019. Boy, oh boy, August is flying by. Where is it going, huh, people? We're getting right in those dog days. Right now, we're looking at the NDFD map. And what are the headlines in the weather today? Well, we have numerous showers and thunderstorms that should be along the Gulf Coast, the southeast U.S., right on into the mid-Atlantic. Scattered strong to severe thunderstorms are expected to spread eastward across the Central Plains, and excessive heat is expected to continue across the desert Southwest. I'll have all this and more coming right up. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to J7409 Weather and you're into the weather and you really want to know what's going on, please click subscribe, then click that bell to ensure you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and tropical weather, which, by the way, later today, hopefully with the good Lord's will, I will have a tropical forecast in detail, full forecast coming up for you. In the meantime, let's check out where the most severe weather should happen today. And of course, this is the categorical outlook. And you can see we are up for some more severe weather today, so we're going to break it on down now. These scattered severe storms are expected across parts of the central Great Plains today. Large to very large hail once again, my friends, and severe wind gusts are forecast with the stronger storms as they pass through. Now, when we look to the central and the northern Great Plains area out in here, there's considerable uncertainty right now, but it's apparent that the partially attributed evolution of these storms during morning hours today, right on up until lunchtime, there is this chance, okay? Now, an outflow boundary associated with early day convection may serve as a focus for additional storms by late this afternoon from Nebraska to northern Kansas, as you can see right in here. This is going to move down as the day goes by. Now, the elongated areas are favoring supercells with large to very large hail. So prepare. I'll show you the map in a moment. Now, isolated storms are forecast farther southwest into southern Kansas, all the way down. It's not showing it right here. It's got marginal. But these storms are forecast to go all the way down into the Texas Panhandle with wind and hail risk with sustained strong winds. Farther to the north, over the Dakotas and Wyoming and into western Nebraska, you're going to have storms to develop along the front over the Dakotas and in the post-frontal area over Wyoming. Hail and wind are also possible with this activity. Now, in the upper Ohio Valley, we have surface. At a surface front, it's going to advance eastward across the upper Ohio Valley with moderate to stabilized, or destabilization, I should say. Very much of this happening expected by late this afternoon. The lapse rates right now are not expected to be that steep. Forecast soundings do show, though, that there's this wind shear values of 30 to 40 knot range, so that's a good step. Now, a few marginally severe storms may develop in the late afternoon with the potential for strong winds and some hail for you guys. Now, when we come over here, you can see where that marginal is for this area right up in here. This is where I'm talking about. It goes down into Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, very tip of western New York, and over here in northeastern Ohio. Now for the Carolinas, the coastal Carolinas. Weak mid-level troughing is going to slowly move east across the southern Appalachians. A cold front and a sea breeze will serve for Thunderstorm development during midday through early evening. So go ahead and prepare, folks. It's going to rain. We're going to have more of these heavy storms. A reservoir of rich low-level moisture in the low to mid 70 dew points that we've all had this morning over in these areas here. It's going to remain over the coastal plain and combined with the strong heating for today, and that's going to yield moderate destabilization. We could have strong wind gusts, 45 to 55 miles per hour. Some could be even higher. I'm talking about this area right here. Now, it could occur in pockets associated with wet microbursts. Yes, we could have more microbursts. It's going to be capable of isolated wind damage, and these storms should weaken by early evening and dissipate after sunset. So we got microburst with a very good possibility for severe weather over here. Everybody needs to pay attention. Today is another possibly severe weather day for many as we check out right here the tornado. Biggest chance of tornadoes for today is over here in Kansas at 5%, 2% from South Dakota down through Kansas. Now, what about the wind? Now, if we have these microbursts, and this is in any storms that pop up where there's a 5% chance, the wind could be very high. As I just told you, along the Carolinas, it's looking like we could have some wind 45 to 55 mile per hour and gusts, maybe a little higher. But for the sustained high wind, for the most part, is in South Dakota, little bit of Wyoming, a large portion of Nebraska, and Kansas. And so far as hail, you guys right in this area have a very good chance of large hail today in Kansas and parts of Nebraska. Please watch your skies and please stay safe. And wrapping it up this morning, what we will do is this. We're going to check out Levi's Tropical Tidbits GFS map. We haven't used this map in a while. I usually use my regular module GFS here lately, but here it is right here. You can see your timestamp. I will turn it on and let it roll. I do want to remind everyone, if you see anything down here, it's nothing but low pressure systems developing. It's not storms at this time, but I did say I'm going to try to have a tropical update later this afternoon in detail, and we're going to check everything out, okay? As of now, though, don't worry about anything. It just looks like a lot of rain's coming. Now, we got unsettled condition that's going to continue along the eastern seaboard through the end of this week because it's of these two frontal boundaries that I was telling you about. They're going to slowly merge, and showers and thunderstorms are expected to span from the Gulf Coast to the southern mid-Atlantic. The gradual improvement in the weather is expected for the Ohio and Tennessee valleys once these frontal boundaries get up and get out of here. But the temperatures, the high temperatures, a ridge over the southwest, it's going to still keep temperatures above seasonal average across the western and southern southeast portions of the country. Excessive heat warnings are still in effect for the lower elevations of southern Arizona to central California, where daily max temperatures are forecast to be in the 105 to 115 degree range, with overnight lows only in the middle 80s to near 90s for the warmest locations. And portions of central and southern coastal areas of California have heat advisories in effect also. Now, the northern tier states, you're going to be a little cooler over the next couple of days, and that's thanks to a couple of frontal boundaries that's going to kind of sprawl across the central U.S. So they're going to keep much of the hot, humid air mass from the central plains southward down where everybody will have a break. And that's a check of your weather today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for just watching my videos and everything else you do for me. I love you guys so much. Please, please have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day to each of you, and peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.